All right. What's going on? Can you hear me on this thing? Hello. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had a snafu with the original link. I was kind of trying to mess around. I think that I was having mic issues when I first logged in, and the whole thing was because I had my mic on mute, which would be the issue. So in doing so, I closed out the window that I was live streaming in, and I think technically that that live stream is still going. Is it? Maybe not. No, I put it on unlisted, so I think that one is hidden for now. So I think we're going here. Whoa. Okay, so the mic works because I just heard myself. So yeah, here we are. It's the second day here that we're doing the Porsche 911. Yeah, I mean, we finished bag 4. So at the end of bag 4, to give you all an update, let me turn the board to you off. We've got kind of most of the rear of the Porsche done. We've got this really cool printed Porsche red light strip and some other printed light strip parts on it. And we've got pretty much all the interior seats in and the e-brake there. So yeah, we're going. Since yesterday, I got this, pulled out one of my old LED lights, and I do like it that I'm kind of lit up, but you know what? Let me try it off and see if that works. Yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna chill with that. It's a little bit too much. It's kind of in my face. It's making me a little bit uncomfortable. So let's see. What is going on right now? It looks like it looks like you can see my my 2 streams for me going on right now. The other one will be I think unlisted. So let me see what's going on with that. Oh yeah, so it looks like looks like it actually went through and did its whole thing. So what I'm doing is I'm deleting the duplicate here. And then hopefully that should kind of sort our issues that we're having. And I can just stay on this one. So, all right, here we are. All right, so again, bag 4 done. We've got the Porsche rear of the Porsche. We've got the part of the air-cooled motor here with the big fan going. So that was pretty sweet. I started some of the steering. I've got actually the bags kind of thrown around a bit. And yeah, bag 5. We started a little bit of the steering rack. Some of the technical pieces here. Yeah. And you guys can probably tell I'm a little bit flustered, dazed, and confused because this whole kind of thing threw me a sideball with the whole, and it all came down to me having my microphone on mute. So it kind of ruined everything here for me, and I thought it was some kind of problem with the microphone. But now that I'm getting back, let's get the rhythm going again. Let's get building a little bit, and I'm sure I'm going to catch my wind here in a little bit. But hey, that's the danger of doing this, trying something new, right? Something's going to go wrong, but hopefully we can pick up the pieces, so to say, and keep on moving. So hopefully the rest of the stream goes a little bit smoother than before. Hey, Greg, what's going on? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty fast turnaround. Actually, thanks again for coming on, Greg. Yeah, I actually, I had ordered mine online initially, thinking that it might be hard to get it in the store, and then I went to the store, and they had again plenty of them available. So, just picked it up in the store, canceled the order online, but glad you were able to get it. And I know you said you were looking to get two, so that's pretty awesome. Um, Pretty awesome indeed. Yeah, that might be something I might have to check out too. All right, here we are. So yeah, we're starting to put together the steering rack here. Um, so this should be interesting. I see some brake discs coming in already, and I'm kind of interested to see if the brake rotors, they're just kind of standard brake rotors. They don't have the perforation. Um, Nice. You're building the turbo now targulator. Nice. All right. So one thing about these is which one has it? I think it's the Caterham. If you look at the nope, it's not the Caterham. I know one of these. I know I've seen some vented brake discs somewhere, but apparently it's on none of the ones I have in front of me. But I know that we have some vented, like some perforated brake wheels somewhere. But these are just standard, you know, standard pieces here. I'm gonna open the Ferrari to see if it's in here. Okay, not in there either. Which actually, that's kind of dumb of me to say now. Come to think of it, because this is kind of like a what '70s era car. So I guess a 911 back then didn't have that kind of equipment as standard. So that's understandable. So that was kind of messed up of me to expect that. So I retract that. Okay, what else do we got? So we're putting the rotors together. I need two of the So today I'm gonna try and do a better job at kind of gathering my pieces here before I put the steps together, if I can. Because man, I was looking yesterday, and yeah, I was missing quite a few pieces, and we're lucky. We're lucky all that we caught them before we got too far. And yeah, I haven't seen too many. It's actually today I've seen a couple of reviews coming on the model. So it's pretty cool. I think Brick Vault just came out with theirs a little bit. I didn't get a chance to check it out yet, but I will. I will watch that for sure. So yeah, the reviews are starting to come in on this thing too. I'm definitely gonna do my own little one on this too. All right, so this is the part I'm gonna mess up. All right, we've got this kind of like trying to put the axle pieces together here, and I think I got it. I think I got it. And I'm not talking much right now because I'm really concentrating on this weird, awkward part right here. Because these Technic pieces I'm going to screw up really bad. But let's see. So we've got. All right, we're kind of connecting these ball joint sort of pieces, and I think I did it right. Looks about right. Okay, here you go. You turn. It's kind of like wobbling diagonally. I don't, I don't know if I did it right. We're gonna see. It probably needs more pieces to like hook hook up to for it to turn straight left and right, because I don't know if it's going like up and down, left and right. Okay, we're gonna keep going with this. We're gonna I'm gonna have faith in myself and that I could follow a simple direction. It's not really that simple, but okay, and hopefully it'll come out all right. But yeah, I was really looking forward to this piece because you have an '89 Batmobile. Yeah, I haven't seen the actual build for that, but that'd be pretty sick if you had one of those laying around. Yeah, I'll bet that is a good one. But anyway, I was looking forward to this part here because again, the kind of creator series or you know these kind of line of Lego cars don't typically have steering, if not at all. This might be the first one, at least in my recent experience with Lego. So I'm looking forward to see this thing work. Okay. And I think these Technic pieces are going to slow me down a little bit. They usually take a little bit more time for me to put together. Okay. Did I mess this up? Could I? Oh yeah, I think I did mess it up. I used the. So we've got two yellow pieces here, and I would have thought that they would have color coded them differently, but they're different lengths. So yeah, make sure you pull the right one. Yeah, this is another thing of that I'm trying to do, kind of make sure the stream is going, and I don't know how the more established YouTube builder streamer people do it, because man, it's stressful, man. It's a lot of a lot of monitoring you got to do, and if something goes wrong, you're kind of scrambling to figure out what went wrong. It's like I was going through a couple minutes ago. But it looks like we're up. But I think I have a again, I think there's a dead link for the original video that was supposed to post floating somewhere. So people, if they click on it, it's probably going to lead them to an unlisted stream, because that's the only thing I couldn't do. I couldn't even stop the stream. It was just continuing to stream. So I didn't quite know what to do there, except hide it from the public, because that was a disaster. But all right. Yeah, my attention is kind of thin right now. It's being all put to this steering part. So all right, here we go. Okay. All right, we're joining up now. Or at least I think we are. Okay, it's pretty interesting. I don't remember. This isn't really similar to the Technic variants, I believe, but it's a different steering front axle approach, at least so far to me. Okay, we've got our first gear, guys. We've got. I don't know what these are called. But it's going to go in here. But this is going to presumably connect the steering column with the axle, and that's probably the only one that they need, I would assume. Technic piece to steer the column with the axle there. So there we go. And you know what? I thought these last packs were going to go by like a breeze, but the Technic pieces, that's where they get you. Oh well, I'm glad to have working steering, so I will stop complaining. All All right, I've got a little bit of a conundrum tomorrow, because out here on the East Coast, we're supposed to get a pretty significant storm event, and it's supposed to be the probably the biggest one we've had this year, and we haven't really had any this year, so that's kind of stretching that a little bit. But yeah, working from home, I mean, we're not going to get snow days, right? I'm not going to get a free day off anymore, am I? Because we're not commuting. I don't think they're going to call people off tomorrow. So I'm going to be running off that low sleep, which is all right. At least I don't have to commute anymore. Okay. Yeah, this steering rack is a pretty hefty build for a system set. I would have thought it was going to be a couple of Technic pieces, but they're really you're really building like a robust kind of axle here. So let's see how it looks when it all gets together. But pretty impressive so far. Okay. Okay, I got it. So we've got this top yellow part here, and you kind of connect the two knuckles together here. Turn that snap. Now, when you turn it, there you go. Now, when you turn it from the steering column, now we're going to go left to right. It's secured from the top and bottom now, so it's not going to get all wobbly. That's good. All right. Okay, now we got to lock two more pins, and I think that will be it. Okay. All right. Okay, we've got a couple more Technic connectors going here. Oh, and I dropped one. All right. Not too bad. Didn't go too far. All right. Okay, guys. All right. I think we've got the front axle done. Or steering rack at least. Yeah, steering rack, front axle. I think that's all of it with the front brake rotors. Except I think I know I'm missing two pieces now. Supposed to do something here. Supposed to way back when, and I don't even know when. But I was supposed to stick these two blue connector pins in here. Oh man, I'm telling you, I feel like a lot of mistakes will be made today. It's like yesterday on steroids with these Technic parts. So all right, here we go. So we're going to connect it to the chassis now. Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. All right. Got the Technic holes there. Slide this bad boy in. Yellow side down. Okay. Should snap right in place. All right. Yeah, it's a good fit. That's satisfying. It's pretty pretty satisfying. All right, guys, check it out. Yeah. Here we go. Um, we have our first axle in, and it's pretty. This thing's pretty long, isn't it? We don't have the rear axle in yet. We got the fronts in. But again, yeah, I think this is going to be a long model. Let's check out the wheelbase. All right, we've got the F40 here, comparable because sports car. I don't think it would be fair to do it with the Mini. And yeah, off the bat, we're going to have a longer wheelbase. I'll put the rear, the bottom wheels there together, and you can kind of see how this brown pin up top here is supposed to be the center of the front wheel. So it's way ahead of the F40. So I think we're going to have a longer. We got a longer wheelbase, and I think that's going to result. It's already a longer car, so okay. So I'm interested to go back and see in real life how they fare. I would imagine that an F40 would be longer in real life. But that may not be the case, and maybe they really are getting true to scale with these two models. But we'll see. I know with like the van that they did, it's a little bit smaller for what it's supposed to be. I think like when you put the van next to the Mini or the Beetle, the Beetle is like almost the same height, or pretty big compared to the van. Not bigger than the van, but bigger than it should be. So I know it's hard to replicate, but it would be nice to put the Porsche and the F40 side by side together. But if one looks awkwardly huger than the other, it might be a little bit awkward. All right, so we're still doing Technic pieces, and I've got another kind of Technic spinny gear thing. So I think that's supposed to be for the steering column. So I think we're going to link up the steering column in a bit to the steering wheel, and that's going to be pretty sweet to see for not bad for a creator piece. Okay. Oh yeah, check it out. So we're spinning now. So I've been seeing these reviews. I guess some are even standalone reviews come in for the owner's pack. And I was sad, man. I was sad to see. Not sad. I'm happy. I'm happy for people who got them, but I was sad that we missed out on them here in North America. I heard they went out of sale even before they were technically released in midnight, because they really released before they were supposed to. So I heard people bagged them way before they were technically supposed to release, and they were already gone by midnight. But yeah, I've been seeing some standalone reviews on the owner's pack, and yeah, that would have been cool to have. You get your little like a Porsche owner wallet, little certificate of awesomeness, they were calling it. And then, for giggles, I went on eBay to see, hey, maybe I could. That was dumb of me to do, but see, maybe I could snag one for, maybe $20, something like that, $25. I don't know. And I should have known better. Because these things are going for like, I think 100 or over USD. So that just reminded me. Yeah, that sounds about right for. Sounds about right for the times. I should have known better. All right, check it out. We're connecting the steering column here to the steering rack, and all that's left to do is put one piece down, and I think we've got a good contact right there. Test it out. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Oh man, here we go, guys. creator level system car with working Technic steering. Very cool. I got a steering wheel here, so that's going to go on at some. Oh, it's going on right now. That's the next step. Spoke too soon. Steering wheel, yeah, that's going on right now. Let's do it. Okay. Thing is, got somewhat of a crooked steering wheel. I wonder if there was any way I could fix that. That's gonna drive me crazy. I think I know what to do. I think I got to kind of shift. I got to shift the steering column thing, and then connect it while it's straight. All right, there we go. Okay, we got it. All right. Oh, I still messed it up. But you know what? I'm not going to flex over that right now or stress over that. We got working steering. So there we go. We've got the steering wheel and working wheels. So that's great. All right. I'm going to do a sanity check now real quick. And I'm going to make sure that everything's coming. All right. Sound's coming in. All right. We're good. I think we're still rolling. Yeah. All right. I think we're still moving. Okay. So that being said, got to put one more piece to lock in the steering wheel. If I can find it. All right, here we go. And the steering wheel is locked in fully. We're in. Okay. All right. All right, I got a sneak peek from the manual. All right, but we're doing the front bumper. And we're back to mostly regular Lego pieces, so I think I can get my my wind back again. Concentration can recharge here. So I was kind of thinking, I haven't looked through the history and everything, but I'm wondering, I'm assuming that they only release one car a year. I don't know if that's the case. I feel like the Mustang and the Aston Martin were all kind of released pretty soon behind each other. So I don't know if we expect another car this year, or if this is it pretty much for the year. It is coming out in March, so I mean, it's pretty relatively, into the year. So that might be the only car we get this year. So be nice to get another like surprise, surprise quick drop, so to say. All right, putting these two in. Putting these in. All right, so in the front, and I mentioned this yesterday, but we've got clear markers here in the front. So it's weird because they give you like solid markers in the back right here, that orange piece. And then you get clear ones in the front. So they don't quite match, but I'm wondering I wonder if it's because you got a lot going on maybe underneath that they didn't want you to see all that. But it's a little bit weird that the front one is clear and the back is obviously not. So it's all right. Won't stress it. Yeah, I'm gonna spaz out when I see another printed piece here. So for today, pretty sure we're going turbo. Pretty sure we're gonna go turbo, and then later on, we can always switch it up. Oh, sweet! Check it out. We're doing the front. This front bumper build is pretty fast. We're putting the black trim on the front bumper here. So okay. All right. Oh, that's pretty sick. All right. We've got some black trim with some side markers. We're gonna do more bumper with white pieces. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, man, this stuff is a breeze compared to switching from Technic back over to system parts. Cruising along now. I feel like this bumper is going to look cool when it's done. I'm surprised about what a big car this is compared to the Ferrari. Okay. Got that in. That in. All right. Okay. We got to put these. Oh wait, no wonder. Okay, we got to put these corner pieces. All right. Okay. I think we got it. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, so there's a part here. I think this is kind of the underbody because kind of these are all right side up, like this portion right here. And then this red part you mount upside down. Yeah, so all these are like the top, and then these two are upside down. So I think this whole piece is going to be like that. That's what I'm thinking. Probably wrong though. Uh-huh. Oh, I got it. It took me a while. All right. Oh, very cool. This was interesting. We had some upside down stuff going on, but yeah, we've got part of the front bumper done. Moving along. Okay, so now we're building like now we're building half this bumper upside down and half of this is right side up. So it's a little bit confusing kind of reading the directions because you're expecting to just snap stuff on the normal way and you don't. It's upside down. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this right, if this is bigger than the Mustang. And I knew something looked a little bit, looked a little bit different seeing them on the window at the Lego stores. It was something about their presence, and it was probably that they were larger than some of the other ones. That could have been what it was, but all right, we're still building upside down, like next to right side up pieces. So I'm a little bit confused, but we're gonna keep going. All right, bam. All right, got that. All right. These are going to be hard to find. I need a 1x1 like flat tile. Here we go. Got it. Kind of wanted to try. I might try it one time. Opening all the bags and sorting everything before I start. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people who like to do it that way. And I'm wondering if taking the time beforehand to do all that makes it go a little bit faster. I mean, there are times where, yeah, you're definitely fishing for parts for a while. Okay. Okay. Got something going on here. All right. Yeah, I realized I messed up something real bad because this is way off center. What the heck what was I thinking? What did I do there? All right. I know I am really tired though. I had a late night last night. I was just up all last night. This is one of those nights laying up kind of just in with anxiety for some reason. I think I just want the week to be over. I think that's it. Okay. Bam. Okay, we've got a lot of duplicate builds going on here. And a lot of these are like kind of mirror builds. So you're not necessarily building them the same way, right? You're building them to mirror each other. So you just got to keep track of that. Some are duplicates, some are the mirror kind of finishes. Okay. All right, we've got some flat white tile paneling going on. Oh man, this is looking sweet. Putting some finishing touches on it. I'm wondering, we don't have it yet, but I was assuming we were going to get a license plate at this point. I think that might be what those two holes are there, but I don't have a license plate in front of me, so it's probably something that you're going to stick on at the end, which is cool. We'll get to that decision on which one we are going to which one we're going to pick for now. You know what? We'll do one for now, and then if we switch, we'll swap the other one on there. Okay. So I've got a couple vent trim pieces on the front, kind of like what we did in the back. These kind of black, you're not going to be able to see it, but kind of these black like AC looking vents. I know they're not AC vents for the Porsche, but All right. Yeah, this is so weird, man. Like, kind of. Yeah, it's cool because this one piece right here, or these two pieces that are look alike, they connect to the front bumper. Like the bottom part is upside down, and this middle part here connects to a piece that's right side up. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know how they think of this stuff, man. Like, okay, now we get to snap the front bumper on, and we will see how long this is. So this is pretty cool. I'm gonna savor this connection here. Because right now it's kind of we're gonna start covering everything up, right? So check out the cool little gears we got going on. And you know what? Just because I'm OCD, I got to make that steering wheel straight. I got to. I think I got to go one more notch with it. Or you know what? Is it straight already? One more. I know, guys, I'm going way too far with this. I just want the steering wheel to be straight when the wheel is straight. Okay, I think we got we got it relatively close. There you go. The steering wheel is now straight while the wheels are straight. Before I cover that up, because that was gonna bother me. That's gonna bother me. All right, where were we? We were gonna put the bumper to the car and see how gigantic this thing really is. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that everything just snaps where the pins are to the Technic blocks, bricks, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Good fit. Geez, y'all, this thing is pretty. It's a long Porsche. I have the van, the Volkswagen van, and I kind of wish I built it now. That's one I was saving for later because it's a one I wanted for a long time, and it's been on the shelf, and I finally got it. So now I'm kind of gonna wait on doing that. But it would have been nice to see how this thing compared to that, because I'll tell you right now, you've got the F40 here. Oh my god! All right, look at that. Jeez. Like what is that, guys? That's crazy. Wow. This one is a yeah, this is interesting. There you go. Pretty it's pretty sizable compared to the F40. I've got to do this now. Let's get the Mini. All right. It's like half. This can't be the case in real life. They're both like the same era, sort of. So could it be true? Like I know the Porsches were tiny back. They're not like now when you see a Porsche. The Porsches were pretty tiny too. I can't imagine being in about 30 to 40% longer than the Mini Cooper here. Um, that's crazy. It's all good stuff though. More model for my money might be the way that I see that. So it's pretty cool. Okay, yeah. So we've got a another tidbit here of information about the Porsche in general. Originally named the 901, it was renamed the 911 as another manufacturer claimed a trademark on the digit zero digit names. Another manufacturer claimed a trademark on digit zero digit names. So it went from the 901 to the 911. And when I see something 01, 901, I'm thinking Peugeot, right? They've got the, right, like the 201 and the whatever 01. I think that's Peugeot. Probably they probably changed it because of that. So I'm gonna see if I was right on that. Because I mean, at least for modern day, that's the only one I can think of that still has a naming convention now is the Peugeot. So that could have been the case. They were still named that back then, and then Porsche said, "We're going to change to the 911 because you already have your naming convention figured out." So, okay. So we're also connecting the main chassis to the front bumper, also with this long flat brick up there. Give it some extra sturdiness. All right. Looking good. Oh, so I busted out this one kind of like weird unlooking finished piece here. Yeah, you can kind of see it's kind of greasy looking and not finished very well. That is the frunk liner, the front trunk liner. So that makes sense. It's a piece you're not going to really see, so it doesn't have to look super fantastic. That's okay. So you're going to throw your your crap in it anyway. There you go. That big piece goes right there. And I was supposed to do something and I didn't. Just went ahead and put it in. Let's go ahead and fix that. And all right, here we go. So yeah, this is kind of like the frunk liner. I haven't seen this piece before, or maybe I have, but it's just the kind of greasy unfinishedness of that particular piece that throws me off. But oh well. You're only going to see it when you open the hood. So I guess you're going to, for the Targa version, you're going to throw the Targa roof in this compartment. And I'm glad this was not the Targa roof because, again, you can kind of see in the light, it's not a very well-kept element. And I'm saying that now, and we could bust out the Targa roof and see that it could be the same kind of flat black top. I don't know for sure, though. But again, I'm mulling this thing around, and I'm really amazed. Just, I mean, look at. I don't know. I've never heard anything about them going to a different scale specifically or anything. I'm wondering. The other one that looks really big is the Aston Martin. That one looks kind of big, so I'm wondering if that sizes up more with the Porsche than the F40 does. But it's pretty cool because I can kind of you can put it more on display and maybe see it from further away. But I'm happy with it. I'll take a bigger model any day. I know. I think this was $50 or $30 more than this. So okay, so you're paying more for it, but you get more model. And I'm also wondering how the weight's going to turn out. But so far, the build is pretty interesting. The last kind of curvy build I did was the Fiat here. Look at the size, by the. Again, these were the same era of cars, and the Porsches. No, they were no giant back then. They were pretty small. So, look, yeah, that's yeah, this is gonna be pretty impressive. Oh, another long one, the Caterham. And this is a modern day car. I know it's like a sport track car. It's a track little car that doesn't have utility, but I imagine these could be pretty long too. But yeah, yeah. Oh well, the wheel fell off my Caterham. Okay, put that back. Go back in there. All right, sit over there. All right, here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and finish the bumper. I'm gonna go do that. I think we've got two mirror builds going on with this again. Got that. Got that going. I'm wondering from here, I have a feeling that the roof sections are going to be a lot faster of a build than all of this bulk in the chassis and the steering. So I'm wondering how we're going to fare in terms of difficulty and speed once we get up to the roof section. But yeah, all in all, the set is pretty well detailed. And now that I'm realizing the scale of it, I'm coming to think that that could have helped allow for more detail to them, or for more detail for them to use or to put into the model. But I'm really appreciating all the little stripes and vents. There's one stripe here that's really incognito. Yeah, good, really good trim work. You've got the black trim on the bottom, just like real life. You know, you've even got the curved undercarriage at the bottom, which, yeah, I don't see on any of the other creator ones yet. So I like this curved under tray here, or right there. And it's looking real good. Yeah, for those of you guys that ordered online, y'all are gonna be happy when it comes in. Okay, we've got the shift lever. We've got the shift lever now. Oh yeah, here we go. Got the little shifter. All right. That's pretty cool. Plop the shifter in. Back here. Put another brown 1x2 brick. Oh man, this is interesting, guys. We've got some teal blue pieces coming in now. Don't know what's that for. I didn't see that in any of the pictures or reviews. So here we go. All right. Okay. All right, so we've got this piece here. I don't know quite what it is yet. It's something to do with the center console, but it's got a really cool teal blue piece up here. And we're going to slap that on. All right. And okay, that's it. Oh wait, no, that's not it, because we've got yet again more pieces here, y'all, that don't seem like spares to me. So let me see. Yeah, what's going on? I'm really dropping the ball. This car, man, I wouldn't buy this car, yo. Like, yeah, I'd hate to be the one buying this one. Just because of the dude, just because of the dude here that put it together. That was bag 5. So after bag 5, we've got way too many spares, so I think I've missed something. Hopefully not. but we've got we started with the steering rack. Kind of basically worked on the bones of the front end here. We got the steering rack in, the axle, front brakes. We've got the front bumper with some nice trim here, clear side markers, and it's looking good, and it's pretty big model. And with that, we're gonna get going onto bag 6. I'm gonna do a quick YouTube sanity check here. Make sure I'm still running. I think the mic is running well, so that's pretty good. Okay, and I'm checking what I'm doing right now is I'm just checking my my finagling of the other stream, and that stream, I think that stream is, I'm pretty sure, still still going, and I have no idea how to I have no idea how to stop that. Is there a way? Where's the stop button on that thing? Because it's rolling, yo. It's it's still rolling. So I don't know even how this is doable, but we've got two streams going. Two streams going at pretty much the same time. So let me just make sure I can see. I'm going to try one more thing to see if I could stop it. That's really funny. All right. Anyway. I'm like gonna spend half this video on on IT fails. So okay, so anyway. One thing I noticed too from yesterday's stream while I pull up bag 6, one thing I noticed is that my upload was getting in at about 720p, and it looks a lot better on live. But once it was on YouTube, it was pretty downscaled significantly. So I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to figure that out for the next one and see what's going on with that. So my work alerts are coming in, and the snowstorm on the East Coast here is about to start. So honestly, there's no better way than to chill out and build. So all right, so we've got bag 6 again. Bag 5, we did most of the steering rack and the axles and the front bumper. It's coming together, and this is quite a sizable. It's a pretty big model compared to the Caterham, the F40, and such. I'm interested to see how it's going to come up against the Aston Martin, because the Aston Martin looks pretty big too, and that's one that I do not have. For laps, I'm interested to see how it's going to stack up with the van. So I may have to build the Volkswagen camper van in the near future. Basically to see how this compares. If this is as long as the Volkswagen van, I'm going to be I'm gonna be laughing because that's gonna be hilarious. But I'm not complaining because again, it's cooler to have a big model. You know, you can put more what do you call it? More detail into it, which I'm already seeing with this 911, and it's gonna be pretty sweet seeing it all finished. So okay. All right, one more thing I got to do, guys. Yeah, I know I'm distracted here and I got to get going. Okay. All right, we're good. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, going back to bag 6. So it looks like we're going to build the front. We're going to keep going down the back. Oh, we're going to do the doors and we're going to get to the front windscreen, the front windshield. So it doesn't look like too much to do in bag 6, and I've got a seat part here. So we're going to see what happens with that because I've done the seats already. So we've got gauges. I want to see my printed pieces. I want to see more of those. We've only got the printed pieces in the back so far. Haven't seen any on the front. Definitely not the license plate, though. I think those are, probably going to come at the end, which is cool. But I haven't seen anything else printed yet. So, we do have some gauges which are printed. That's okay. I want to see some more cool stuff. Okay. Already, guys, I'm losing bricks. Oh no, I'm not. I already put it on from bag 5. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I think we're gonna be mostly done with the cockpit here. It looks like we're gonna enclose it with everything except the roof, and it's gonna almost kind of look Targa-ish by the time we're done with bag 6. And again, I'm wondering. I think from the reviews they're saying bag 8 is when we get to decision time here, and yeah, we're gonna have to cross that path when we get there, won't we? Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool to build this thing, take it apart, do the Targa. It's a really cool way to keep you involved. Like, after you build the Caterham or the F40 or the Volkswagen Bug or the van, I don't know how many people really will go back and take it apart and do it again, just for the sake of that. If you're not getting anything really new out of it, I would totally do it. After a few, after some time, and you really just want to kind of explore it again. And then the other thing, people make their own mocks out of them too, so that's another thing. But just to have kind of the 2-in-1 feature in a set, even if you do have to take a lot of it apart to put back together, that's really cool to have. And I definitely will be taking advantage of that. I think multiple times again. Sometimes you'll just want to see the Targa and do it. Sometimes you'll just want to see the turbo and do it. Or if you're on Greg's level, you can get both, and that would be really sweet. Just having them, the Targa and the turbo versions, just kind of next to each other up. That would be really sweet. And yeah, maybe, who knows, man? I'm kind of throwing the ball out there, but maybe they do us right up here in North America and find a way to bring the owner's pack back to us, and somehow offer it as a another gift with purchase or some kind of promotion. And yeah, I'd be back in line for another one for sure. That's definite. Have another reason to have both versions. But man, I'm really bummed out. Really bummed out about the owner's pack. Again, you check out eBay. You've got a couple of them going for 100, I think $100 or more, and it's not worth it for that. It's something really cool to have. It's something that Lego initially promised, um, and had to pull out, but not for $100. I'll uh, I'll just try and enjoy the model for what it's worth at that point. $100. That's 2021, guys. It's what everything is now. You know, it's a scalper paradise right now. I'm taking this apart because I missed a piece while I was ranting about the owner's pack again. I know, but again, I'll totally say, even without that pack, this is totally worth it. Totally worth it. I could have been happy without knowing of it at all, and still would have went out and got it anyway. Totally worth it. And hey, you get the 2-in-1. I don't know, with these new line of 18 oversets that they're doing, have they done a 2-in-1 since they've rebranded to this 18 and over, black box background branding? Have they done a 2-in-1 yet outside of this? I don't know. That would be cool if we were getting the first one. And I really hope they keep doing this, man. Keep doing the steering on the car models. Keep doing the 2-in-1 alternate builds, which I would think would be somewhat doable for them, because with the cars, the approach they're taking to this is similar to what a manufacturer would be doing. They're all running off the same. They're running off the same chassis, the same general, uh, base body parts, right? And when you're sporting up a model, you're just going to add, for the most part, front rear bumper elements, side skirts, vents and whatnot. So you should be able to more easily, come up with different variants of the same Lego car. So I hope they keep doing that. Not too much that they have to add. We're doing side mirrors. I'm stoked. I stopped talking because I realized we're doing the side mirrors. I really like how they come on this curvy piece. They are different than all of the other creator mirrors that I've seen so far. Even the sporty ones like the Caterham and the F40. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this thing. This door's looking good though. Okay, I need like a oh, here we go. The gold bullion piece or whatever they call it in white. Okay, so one thing that's interesting, and I'm looking at my screen over and over again, because yeah, the quality on the live stream, at least from yesterday, is a lot better than when the video was actually released. So I need to look into that and see see why that is. I would have assumed that the stream would come in like poor quality, and then the published version after processing and all that would come in clearer, but that's not the case. So I'm actually not too disappointed in myself, and I'm gonna move the camera over a little bit. Um, yeah, I'm actually not as disappointed in myself because I thought the video coming out of this camera utility I was using was just really terrible, but it's actually coming out decently right here on the 720 720p. It's just that when we get over to the published version, it's not gonna look good. I have a feeling. I messed up again, guys, because my various nonsense ranting that I've been doing, I put a piece on sideways, so now I cannot connect another piece, of course. So let me go ahead and correct that really quick. This whole thing's gonna come apart. Oh, geez, please. I don't want it to fly and get all over the rug because, again, I mentioned this the other day. But when you've got that multicolor, kind of multicolor rug thing going on, it's not good with the Legos, guys, because it's gonna take a while to find those. All right, here we go. Bam, that's a door right there, guys. That's the door. And I found out what the tan pieces were for. They were for the door trim, which makes sense. So there is more brown pieces that goes on the door. And I am definitely missing something, I believe. Am I? Yeah, I'm missing a piece. I'm missing a piece again because the door is too low for the frame, so I cannot close it now because now it's knocking on the frame. So I missed something major here, guys. Not major, but we just got to find it. It was the very first step of bag 6, and I just flew right by it. So we're gonna go ahead and fix fix that. All right. The very first step. I'm sleeping, man. I really am sleeping though right now. I really didn't get sleep last night. It's one of those things where you're trying to get to bed, and I think we finished the stream around somewhere right before, maybe at midnight last night, and yeah, went to bed. And at that point, you got to wake up in the morning, so you're rushing to get to bed, and because of that, you can't go to bed, and you're thinking about all the crap you got to deal with the next day. So all that compiled, it wasn't working for me, man. I didn't get a lot of sleep, guys. But it happens. It's life. Just gotta woosah, calm down. Take a deep breath. Don't worry about tomorrow. You'll get there when you get there. Okay, we've got it. Okay, we're doing boring stuff here. We're just doing some more stuff to connect the door to the chassis. So none of this we're going to see at the end build. And I'm quite happy that this took 2 days because, again, I'm getting to enjoy the build more this way. I skipped through a whole nother door. I'm getting to enjoy the whole build this way rather than knocking it all out. screwed up. I went through the whole other door. Oops. But jeez, come on. I like breezed through a whole nother door. Yeah, but no, I'm glad it didn't take the one day, because there's always then now what feeling, right? Even though with this one being a 2-in-1, it's not going to be the now what, because the now what is now you build the other version of the car. So that's where you're getting your value with the set, guys. I'm telling y'all. Greg, sorry, I was moving my Saturn. Oh, cool, Saturn V. I saw that in the store when I was buying this. When they re-released that, I was so happy, because it's one of those that I wanted to get, didn't get. I was kind of procrastinating on it, which I shouldn't have. And guess what happens now? Now that it's out again, I'm like, oh, I've got another year or so. So I'm procrastinating on it again. And I hope if I miss out on the Saturn the second time, I'm gonna be bummed out. That's on me if I missed that the second time. Yeah, but I see it. Um, yeah, I'm definitely considering. Yeah, more than considering getting the Saturn V. I'm should have bought the Saturn V and have been sitting on it. I let it pass by, and for some reason they decided to re-release it. And here I am now, waiting on it again because I know it's going to be on the shelf for a while. But with this being a re-release, it might not even work that way. I might need to jump on it. With this being a re-release, I wouldn't know if they're gonna, if it's gonna run the full span of the original release. So yeah, I need to jump on that because again, I'm gonna feel like an idiot if I missed out on it again. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good look. Not at all. I would have no one to blame but myself for missing it twice. That is one thing I do appreciate about the Lego group, though. A lot of the things that are um, coming out now are, they're kind of limited release, one and done deal. And sure, with the Lego sets, for the most part, if they're gone initially, they'll run them for a year, 2 years, 3 years or more. So if you really want it, you'll be able to get it if you just wait a little bit for it to get back in stock. It's not like a lot of things where they just have a really limited number of whatever it is, and then you just can't get it once, you got to jump on it right when it goes on sale. So I appreciate that you don't really have to do that a lot for Lego, and good on them for doing that. Yeah, it'll keep us coming back for sure. It's one way to do it. Man, I'm missing these single pieces here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. All right. Another clear piece, curvy side mirror piece. Yeah, bag 6. I'd say not the best bag. I mean, you're doing the doors, which are cool. But that's about it. I think that's cool on bag 6. I think we're gonna get some interior, like the gauges and stuff done. That's pretty cool. But the front and the back builds were pretty sweet. Whoops. But yeah, I mean, this is just part of it. Got to get it all done. Yeah, and with the Saturn V, I'm wondering how it could put that up or mount that. I've seen some cool display sets on it. Like some people got lighting for it that looks like it's black, like lifting off, and it's kind of on a mount, and below it, it's got like the illuminated flames. That's a pretty sick display. Okay, we've got 2 doors down. I ran through the pages and did not. I skipped the whole passenger side door. So here we are. We've got it. And now I'll go back to this piece I was building that was supposed to come next and plop this back. And we've got, yeah, this is pretty cool actually. Yeah, now we've got both side doors here for y'all. I've got to admire that lack of gap here, panel gap. Really good fit. The Fiat, actually not even this. Yeah, they've all got, including the Mini Cooper. Sorry, I ran away here. Including the Mini Cooper, big door panel gap right there. This Porsche, even with an angled piece, it's pretty nice gap. Like it's tight. Like you see it, but it's German engineering. They mimic that part of it pretty well. All right, we're gonna keep steamrolling here. I'm gonna try and go faster. Right. Yeah, we're building it up here. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more door hinges at the top here. So guess what? Because again, I'm not counting or pulling my pieces before each step, like I said I would be. I'm missing a lot of parts here, so I gotta stop doing that. Oh, we've got some of the front wheel arch going in. That's kind of what these angled pieces are here. It's gonna be a one of the wheel arches, so it's pretty cool. Okay, with this one, which seems typical of all the Legos, Lego creators, you're going to see the door hinges popping out here. No big deal. Just the door hinge. Still pretty clean. All right. One, two. Yeah, so I'm excited. Hopefully, sometime this weekend or before the weekend, I can start. Nice. Your Porsche just got shipped. Do they have an ETA on that? Or maybe if the Porsche just shipped, they might not have the tracking on it yet. But hopefully it's a quick ordeal. I think the standard shipping even is pretty quick, but again, I'm on the eastern coast, so I don't know if that makes it faster. But again, I was lucky to just go in the Lego store, later on in the morning, and they had a couple of them there. So I was tempted to not cancel my web order just to do the same thing you were gonna do and build both, but I think I'll wait and see if something happens where I could get the second one again. Calling on that owner's pack. Really hope we can get it. It's probably not going to happen. I know I'm asking for too much. Okay. Okay, we're moving. I don't quite know what we're building here. They're kind of just like a hodgepodge of parts that we're doing here. I don't know what it's related to, but yeah, bag 6. It's not my favorite bag. I'll say that. It's okay. I mean, we got the two front doors, but wasn't as exciting. Not as exciting. I'm looking forward to get to bag 7. It's because I know we're getting to that decision point. I know we're gonna have to make this decision soon, everyone. And I already mentioned I'm leaning towards the turbo, I think. But who knows? Again, that's the beauty, If you're not happy with it, which I'm sure that's not gonna be the case, but if you just want to see something different, just change it up. I'm interested to see what kind of mocks come out of this. If people are going to do racing liveries, maybe like the Gulf livery. If people are going to make, track versions of it, which, I know the turbo almost kind of is, like a turbo 911 from back in the day. Now you'd have to get like a GT3 to be considered, for it to be considered a track car. You've got to spend over 100K on it. But back then, I would imagine that people were taking their turbos to the track. Oh, we've got this is for the front windshield. But I don't have the clear piece. I do now. So I didn't remember it saying to open bag 6 with the windshield. But, it's telling me to do it now. It didn't say to go fish out the bag, but it's saying I got to put a windshield down. So I don't think it's that one. It's got to span the whole piece. Standard windshield, no tint or anything, of course. Doesn't look like. I'd say maybe more of the Fiat. I think it's pretty close to that, except wider. There's a more narrow piece in there, which is probably the same as the Fiat. The one really cool one was the F40 one, because that's a really slanted one. But this will do. This will do for the Porsche. I'll allow it. Okay. So now we are going to, inside the windshield, build the dashboard for it, and I think that's going to wrap it up for bag 6 here. I'm not seeing many pieces left in the bag again. Not the most exciting bag, but some of the more needed components. I did see about the gauges though. The gauges are, nothing special printed for this. They're just your typical, going to be way too small, but your typical Lego gauges. It would have been nice, and I know they've already done all the printed pieces for this specific set, but it would have been an extra nice touch to do. They could have done like a 4 brick, like a 1x4 brick with 5 gauges, because these Porsches, they've got the 5 gauges here. So instead of having like 3 pieces that are printed generic pieces, they could have had. I would have done for one by 4 brick with proper Porsche branded and Porsche realistic gauges. Could have more so done for that. Minor point of contention though. Y'all, I'm missing steps left and right. Oh boy. If this were a Technic build, if this were a proper Technic build, I would be screwed because those. I only did one car of the Technic series, and that was the 911. But if a lot of instances, you're putting the gearbox or the engine block together, something crazy that's nothing but gears and gears and gears, and you'll get to a point where if you miss something, you're not going to notice till 100 steps later when you have to kind of connect it and it doesn't. You missed one little cog somewhere, and that's a nightmare. I can't imagine. Maybe I need more experience doing this live, but I can't imagine the people doing this live, and then missing a step in a Technic piece. Oh, that would be such a pain. And then if you have to take them apart, they are, the Technic pieces are man, they're a pain to take apart. Arrives by. Nice. All right, so you've got about just a little over a day till your Porsche comes in. Yeah, lucky for me, I don't know how far the Houston is from you, but for me, I'm lucky to have one, just 5 minutes down the road. And in this area, they have quite a few. Like I have, wow, 3 in a 3 within a 15 to 20 mile radius. But one of them happens to just be about 5 minutes from me, so it's not too bad. Okay, I think the windshield just slaps right on top like that. Oh, okay, yeah, it pivots. There is a pivoting part under it. Sweet. Another tidbit, and I might have missed them along the way, but the next tidbit is here. Bit of information. Let's read this. The Porsche 911 is only manufactured in the company's factory at Stuttgart, Germany. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think to this day, even though a lot of the Volkswagen Audi group being Porsche, Volkswagen, Audi, even Bugatti, Lamborghini, all of them, the more mainstream models are starting to move one by one to Mexico. And that's a bummer because, I do have a Volkswagen too myself, but we also have 2 two other cars from the Volkswagen Audi group, and it's just cool to see when you open the door. You know, you've got the plate, and ours are made in Ingolstadt, Germany. Um, so the Volkswagen that I've got also, I would be willing to bet that one might be made in Mexico, and I actually haven't. I'm kind of a sucker for that kind of stuff, so I haven't seen the or learned where that one is made. I got to go check that out. But I know the other two we have, um, two cars we have are Ingolstadt, Germany. So um, the one that my wife drives, if we were to get the current version, that would now be made in Mexico. So I was uh, pretty bummed to find that out. But that's the way. It's the way of it. All right. So it's saying to pull this back until we hear a click. I mean, this is pretty cool because I haven't seen this kind of comic book. It's basically just saying you pull this back and click, sound effect click. But I don't remember even the font and the bubble and everything. I don't remember a comic book like a reference like that. So that's pretty cool. So here we go. Don't break it. Was that it? Y'all heard that, right? Yeah, I heard the click for sure. Yeah, that was it. So let's see. Let's pop it out for giggles. Oh, I popped it out, and the whole, like a big piece of the center console, you can kind of see it going with it. All right, so that's not a good idea. You're gonna have to hold the center. You're gonna have to hold the center console while you pull the windshield out. But it's not supposed to come out, which is what that tells me, and it seems to be in there pretty good, and no wobbling really or anything. So it's set in there pretty good, and now we're seeing at least the Targa version kind of right now. So that's what it's looking like, and that is bag 6. So to recap, we are at kind of seeing a Porsche now. Bag 6 was the doors and the dashboard and the windshield. Okay, not my favorite bag, but I've said that like 5 times. I don't know why, but still cool. Bag 7, I know I'm gonna like a lot more because bag 7 is the hood and the front headlights, and this is gonna look sweet, and this is gonna make it look like uh, more recognizable as a Porsche. And what I'm super stoked about, and I already saw it pop out of the bag. Oh, look at that. We've got another printed piece, which is the Porsche emblem on the hood. And I'm geeking out because it's printed and I don't have to mess with a frustrating sticker like I did with those. Don't have it, but this one has it. This, I wish the Ferrari emblem on this was a printed piece. One thing you'll notice is that the Porsche emblem on this Porsche here is a lot bigger than the Ferrari emblem on the F40. And I know the resolution is not going to be good, especially on the published version of this video, but it's a lot bigger. You could probably see that. So that tells me that they knew, they acknowledged that this is a huge model because the badge is a little bit more proportionate to this size rather than the typical sizes of these things. I'm intrigued now. I got to see what the van looks like next to this one. I got to build that now. I got to see what the Volkswagen van looks like next to this, and more so, now that I can maybe build a DeLorean out of it because it's silver. I got to see what the Aston Martin looks like next to this. And shoot, they've got the Mustang out now. I'm so behind on the cars, man. Like, it's probably my favorite line are the vehicles, but I don't necessarily have all of them. One vehicle that I was bummed about missing out, quite frankly, was the Volkswagen, the Beetle. So they both retired at the end of 2020, and they both, meaning the Volkswagen Beetle and the Volkswagen camper van, and they both been on the shelf forever and ever. Those were both again sets where I thought, oh, they're going to be here forever. I can get it next time I come in the store, or I can get it next month or next season or whatever. Finally, they retired. I saw them coming. I saw both of them coming, and I ended up just getting the van. And I thought I might think on it a little while longer for the Beetle, and then I didn't get the Beetle in time before it was completely sold out. And I think now now they're completely gone, and I regret that because now the Beetle is going. I think MSRP was $100 pretty much. Now they're on eBay easily going brand new for 150. So that's immediately after they retired. That one is already going for way too much over what it was at the store. But I had thought that because more people, it's been sitting on the shelf for a long time, and I would have thought that more people would have had the chance to get it over the years. So I didn't think that the markup would really be there, even if I missed out on it. But sure enough, just maybe a month or two after it's been retired, it's already going for 50% more than it did at the store. So that's one set that I missed out on getting. But I think, at this point, if I can find one on Craigslist, maybe for not that much more, maybe someone locally selling just wants to get rid of theirs, I'll go and snag it up. I learned my lesson, or maybe I'll find it on an Amazon seller store or something like that. But I did get the camper van before that one was gone at the store, so I'm happy I at least cashed out on one of the Volkswagens before they were gone. But I wish I got the other. The Beetle was pretty cool, and I should have got that. That being said, I really want to build the van that's been sitting in the garage now. I want to build that more now because I have a sneaking suspicion with how huge this Porsche is. I'm thinking it might be the size of the van. For those that just kind of logged in or came on, I'm just comparing the 911 here, or here's a better view, to the F40, and I mean the front of the F40 just gets to the front axle of the 911. So that's your scale reference right there to how big this one really is. So yeah, interested in pulling out the building the camper van, just because it was a cool set anyway, and putting it next to this. All right. So now, yeah, we're just moving along here. I missed another part, of course. And I'm actually really dazed and confused now because I don't know what I did. Oh, I know what I did. I put something on just completely upside down. So I think this should fix the issue. That's what I get for ranting and building at the same time. So I put both of these vent pieces on completely wrong, upside down. So Another crisis averted. And I'm telling you guys, these like pieces like this that I'm missing here and there, just because I'm kind of going through this without thinking most of the time. I mean, this might not be a 911 when we're done with it. There might be some gigantic gaps that we miss here. But hey, we're gonna cross that path when we get there. I'm just lucky to be finding these individual slip ups kind of in the nick of time. But we're gonna really see for sure how jacked up this thing is. I'm just glad this is not a real 911 because this would not go through German quality control. I would say that for sure. I am glad and proud of myself that I did go back and straighten up the steering wheel with the with little gears that turn the wheel. So I am proud of myself for letting the OCD get the best of me there. So now the steering wheel is straight when the wheel is straight. So I almost let that one go just for the sake of moving on. But yeah, I mean, I need to go look for Volkswagen Beetle. I regret not getting that. And if the Aston Martin DB5 goes without me grabbing that, I will definitely have regretted that. Um, to be honest, I think if I got the Aston Martin DB5, I think actually the first thing I would do would be to build the mock of the 911 just to be able to compare it to this one, size wise and quality wise. Okay, so there's this whole kind of my goodness, there's this whole little mini build I did. And the sole purpose of this whole like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 piece part is because of this curved piece right here at the end. We'll finish out we'll finish out the bottom fender here. Like all of that was just for this one exterior piece. Like right here. Wow, guys. That's pretty crazy. And we're going to go do the whole same. We're going to kind of do this 4 times for the front and back of each front wheel arch. So going back to the 911 of this era, I was talking about yesterday this giant fan in the back, and I think I did confirm that, yeah, this era was the air cooled Porsche, and then they moved to the water cooled Porsche. Geez, I already forgot, like late 80s or early 90s, maybe early 2000s. I already don't know, but yeah, this one, this particular generation was air cooled. Um, and I want to say you can kind of tell in the engine bay because of that gigantic fan in the back. It kind of helps you, tell what era Porsche motor you're looking at. Okay, I don't know what we're building now, but we're going to go with it. Kind of more like inconspicuous inner parts of the car. And I could tell because we've got blue and red colors here. So we're kind of just building more bones, so to say, which is fine. You need it. Okay, what did I do? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah. All right. So yeah, this is all a wheel arch or wheel well. So we're doing the front left driver side wheel well. Yeah. So anyway, I was kind of going on about the earlier generation 911, and yeah, because they still are today, but they were really known back then for oversteer, just with the rear engine layout of the car. And I know, a lot of us associate rear engine with just the engine being behind the driver, but that's not really the case. You have the mid-engine layout, which is still behind the driver, but it's in front of the back axle. That's why it's between the front and the back axle, but still behind the driver. That's called the mid-engine. Something like the Porsche 911, like especially this generation. Oh, and I realized I captured it well here. The motor was truly a rear motor because it was behind the rear axle. Um, yeah, so it was truly rear engined. And actually, I didn't realize that, but they captured it here pretty well. The motor block sits behind the axle, the rear axle. So that's really cool how they capture that in the right kind of format too, the true rear engined layout. Yeah, so these things were really known for, especially in the early days like this. They were really known for their oversteer, and it might not even be understeer. Might be an understatement. I'm sorry, oversteer might be an understatement, because I heard these things were really tail happy. Back in the day, you've got the narrower tires. I mean, this thing in real life looked like a really lightweight car. And I imagine that all of the weight was truly, truly where that motor was at the rear. And I could see people back then having a lot of fun with that or being truly terrified of that. Traction control, I don't know, probably was not a thing back in this era. Greg, what is your favorite part of the build so far? Oh, that's a good question. My favorite part of the build so far, thanks for that. I would say the rear bumper, just the rear kind of 3/4 back, just because of first of all, that classic Porsche red on the lighting strip, which they're emulating now with the current 911s again. They have that red, that whole strip going along the back. The new piece that's really curvy around the back, and just the way they wrapped the black trim and the black little bumper pieces sticking out. And my favorite stripe, that one little stripe right here, right under the Porsche emblem in the lighting. Yeah, that's by far my favorite. This was cool to put together. It was more tedious, busy work, but still really cool to put together. So this is a close second. The workable steering, very close second, just because I'm very thrilled to have this in a creator level set, or should I say an 18 plus level set. I don't know what they call it anymore with the new branding. So yeah, thanks for that. I would say the back, just because of the whole look of it. That kind of sloping back is just my favorite look on the car. Yeah, but the 911s these days, I can imagine if they made a 911 of the current generation to match the scale of this, that 911 would be huge. Probably be like this long. Things were just so tiny back in the day. And the white is I liked it from the get go. Again, I was worried about how long it was going to last, but the white grows on me more and more as I put it together. One thing that was cool that I totally just glossed over is that we did one of the cool wheel arches. Yeah, with the new piece going back. I mean, that's slick right there. Really, really slick. And you know, with it being probably a popular part for a car, I'm sure we're going to see it a lot more on on another car set soon. But yeah, we did this front wheel arch too, um, which is really cool. Just forgot to point that out when we were doing it. Okay, so I think we're moving along, and I think I'm doing a better job in general of not missing too many pieces along the way. I'm starting to try to tally them up. Before I put them all together. That way I know if there are pieces remaining that I need not go to the next step until I'm done. Okay. All right. So we've got, I think we're doing the same. Yeah, we're doing the wheel arch on the driver's side now. I remember just doing this. By the way, I saw Houston seemed to be close. I saw on the news, and I wonder if we're going to get something like that here, but I saw on the news, was it yesterday or the day before, about a massive car accident down there in Texas. I don't know if it was Houston or Austin or Dallas or where it was, but it looked pretty bad. Um, I mean, that was an understatement. It looked horrible. I know there were, unfortunately, um, people that didn't make it. So that was really sad to hear. But just seeing the picture of that pileup, my goodness, it was like over 100 cars. That was nuts. And that ice, something up here, we kind of, you kind of get used to, I guess, a lot. I assume it snows a little more in general here, but you kind of take it for granted how that ice will get you, man. Some slick stuff to drive on, and you can't, especially when you can't see it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I cheated and I looked ahead to see what we're doing now. But I'm stoked because we're doing the headlights, and the headlights. Oh man! All right, I gotta take a break. I got not a break, but I gotta savor what we're about to do. We're about to put the headlights on, and that is going to be an um, iconic piece of this build right here, because you cannot mistake a Porsche 911 when you see those bug-eyed headlights. So we're gonna do this, and I've only done this sort of thing once because I had done the 911 GT3, which I'm gonna go grab, and we'll do a size comparison of that real quick too. But yeah, the only time I've done this was on that GT3 Technic model, and that one was understandably a lot more complex because of Technic. um, but this is something, yeah, something similar. Yeah, seems about right. And it's cool to kind of go through this experience again, even though I'm probably going to mess it up. Yeah, it's cool to go through this experience again with another Porsche. All right, we survived it though. All right, we did one headlight. And that's the assembly right there. Let's do it again. Left and right are the same build, understandably so. I kind of already see where they're going to slot in. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to do a review on this with way better quality shots than a webcam. Um, and I love getting those kind of car angle shots into. So okay, no way. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's sick. Okay, so the headlight piece is on a hinge, and that is due to the fact that when you put it onto the hood here, yeah, when you put it onto the hood, it angles the lights upwards, as you can kind of see by this slope right here. So the lights don't sit perfectly straight out front; they are angled a little upwards. So that is really cool that they did that. Look at that; that's pretty cool. I didn't notice that in the pictures, but now that I see it, it totally makes sense with the front, with the front angle of how the hood is going to go in and everything. So I like that these pieces are not perfectly vertical. That is really cool. I'm so amazed the further I get with this thing. And you know what? It seems like that with almost, with a lot of Lego that I build, you just kind of see, even if it's not the same thing, if it's something you haven't remembered or seen in a while, it's, always exciting to see how they did that and spaz out a bit about this headlight situation. It's pretty sick. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm putting these pieces down while I'm looking at the headlights because they look really good. I kind of was already thinking about, and this is not even done yet, but I was kind of thinking about which, and I keep calling it creator, but I'm going to just say it, which creator series car is going to be my favorite. And this has not been done yet, but I assume that this is going to be up there, if not the one when I'm done. And the real killer factor about it is with the rebuildability of it. Yeah, that's for sure going to be a big factor, and just how it looks in general, and the features. Oh, the features. I mean, if it looks good enough, I'm not going to be, so, oh, well, this does that and this, and, it has more features for the money. Not really saying that, but when you have features that match with also how good it looks and how well put together it is, that's a killer combo. It's hard to pass up. So we'll see. But I got to give the Aston Martin its due, and possibly the Mustang. But I think out of what I've got so far, I think this one's shaping up pretty well. Right. We are just cruising and cruising along. Okay. Oh, here we go. We're about to put the front hood emblem on, and this is going to be sweet. There it is, y'all. Let's get the rest of the hood on. This is going to plop together on the hood in one big piece, so that's going to be cool. Oh, they got a little black trim piece to match the black trim in the front. Man, they think of so many details. It's amazing. I got what I feel are too many spares here, y'all. I feel like it looks complete to me, but here we go. Beautiful printed Porsche piece. Really nice sculpted hood, and a nice black trim piece for that finishing touch to match the black trim on the bumper. I'll get to that later. So we're gonna put the hood on, and already wrapping up bag 7 here was better for me than bag 6, just because we're seeing a lot more of the body, and the hood is on, and they did a really good job with this black trim piece here. It does go up with the hood rather than staying on the bumper, which is not a big deal to me. I do like that they made it fit well. This hood, I mean, this is flimsy. Trying out the Fiat and the Mini Cooper hoods are pretty good, but this by far is the sturdiest hinge on a hood, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 connections going, and that might be the reason why. But this is not, it's not going anywhere. No matter kind of what position, like all the way up, it's pretty sturdy, and yeah, it's not going anywhere. This is nothing. This has no resistance at all. It's going to open. The Fiat and the Mini Cooper are both good, but they're really light feeling. This hood is by far the best of those. It's a lot of resistance. So all right, beautiful printed piece in the front. Wow, that's exciting. What's even more exciting is we're moving on to bag 8, which means I just saw the page where we get to choose from Turbo or Targa, and I've been mulling it along, and I've been kind of already hinting on which way we're going to go. We're going to go Turbo. I'm feeling that. But, of course, down the road, we are going to build the Targa. I'm not going to, I love the side profile of that. And you can see here, it looks really great. Again, that's the magic. I can't wait to do them both. But for now, we're going to go with the Turbo. For sure. Time to choose. Now that you've built the basic 911 platform, you've got a tough decision to make. That was true. Do you go for the extra power of the Turbo or enjoy the open-air convertible experience of the Targa? Or do we make a Targa Turbo or a regular Carrera 911 down the road? We'll see if we can do that. Kind of detune the Turbo a little bit and just go with 911 Carrera. But right now, we're going to go with Turbo. That's a really, a really good breaking point right there. So now, we go to Turbo. To build the 911 Turbo, proceed to page 182. Goodbye, Targa, for now. We will see you in the near future. So in the next page, going to the Turbo, they give you cool information on what a turbo is. Turbocharged. It's a turbocharger compresses air and forces it more quickly through an engine's cylinders to create more power. The iconic spoiler was also added to vent more air to the engine. Interesting, for better downforce. I did not know that gigantic rear spoiler was also used to get air into that air-cooled motor. learned something new today, and I guess that's why they have those giant vents back right underneath the giant tail of the turbo version. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And you know what? We're going to go to bags 8 and 9. It's saying for me to open them both simultaneously, and it looks like we're going to have a finished Porsche 911. So right now, let's enjoy what you can while I bust out bag 9 of what kind of looks like a Targa for now. I'm not seeing many pieces here, and hopefully, if my camera can stay alive just a little longer, which I think it may today, we might get this thing done. There we go. Yeah, it looks like we've got bag 8 and 9, and that's all she wrote, folks. Oh, and bag 9, I thought this would come in a separate bag, but bag 9 does have the black. I forgot what these style of wheels are called in Porsche language, but they've got the black wheels that come on the turbo version. 5 spokes, similar to what an American muscle car would look like, but I know the Porsche diehards are going to bash me for not knowing the name of those particular wheels. But it had slipped the tip of my tongue for now. Okay, we're going Targa for now. Again, it's great. We can do whichever we want down the road. We can change it up if we want, or buy another. Okay, so here we go. I think we're going to do... they saved some of the engine block for us to do because the turbo has more components on it. Are we adding an actual turbo? Yeah, I mean, I see a giant intake. Yeah, so I guess it'll sit on top of the block right there. Yeah, so the turbocharged era, that's where we are now. I mean now, especially now. We're not seeing the V8s. We're seeing a lot of performance V6s with superchargers or turbos. But the mainstream are going to the 4-cylinder turbo layout. The performance cars, the V8s are starting to go away. I mean, for the bigger cars like an RS7, you've still got a turbo V8, to push those big cars like that. But we're not seeing a lot of normally aspirated V8s anymore. They're kind of going the way of the dodo, it's a different era for sure. I saw today that apparently Apple released, maybe not today, but apparently Apple recently released the Apple Car. Okay. Yeah. So that happened. And yeah, it's just a fact of life that we have to go with. And, up here, the manuals are pretty much extinct for the most part. I'm not saying entirely, but for the most part. I know the Audi group for sure, and a lot of the BMW cars. But Audi's performance cars don't even come in manual anymore, which you normally would have thought would be the case for a performance car. But the Volkswagen Audi group, they kind of lay it as it is. Look, I mean, these dual clutch transmissions and even these regular ZF8 speeds, I mean, you can't shift as fast as that. They're more efficient. You get cool little bits like launch control on the dual clutches. You can do a torque launch control on a ZF8 speed if you want, but yeah, and quite frankly, here in the States, we're not really buying them anymore. But yeah, so you've got groups like Audi not offering their S's and their RS and any manuals anymore. I think I read, this was a little while ago, that the M3 is even that was shocking to me that even the M3 is doing away with the manual. They say they're going to keep it in the M4, which, come on, what does that mean? Like for another year or two, and then get rid of it. But to hear that the M3 was going to lose its manual eventually, and I think it was supposed to happen, but if I might, I might be mistaken, but I think the new generation M3 that they just released, I think they kept it around for one more generation, but I think that's definitely going to go away. So that's a bit sad to hear. But anyway, you're not going to see the naturally aspirated V8s. Remember, V12s used to be a thing with even with the supercars. You're not going to see really that anymore, for the most part. We're really getting into a turbo hybrid era, just like Formula One with these performance cars. You're getting hybrid technology out of them. Okay, I got a stoked moment again. We've got. Oh, hey, all, my bad. I didn't see the chat. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, thanks for the F40. Yeah, I was just lucky to get it. This actually, and hey, Alex, hey to you too. Thanks for chiming in. Yeah, I was actually lucky to just get this in the store when they were available. And actually, this was my first piece. Now that you mention it, this was my first piece or set that got me back into Legos. So however many years ago this was available at the store was the first time that I had stepped into Lego and actually bought a set just because I saw the F40. Had to have it, and that kind of kicked off, everything where we're at today. I've got a little bit of Star Wars, not a lot by any means, but a lot, definitely a collection of the cars going, including one of the Technics, as well as the modulars. I'm getting the modulars as well, when I can. Not necessarily hoarding up on them, but just getting the ones that I want. So yeah, man, thanks for bringing that out, because it's funny that the F40 kind of got me back into this a couple of years ago. So I appreciate that. And what's going on, Alex? I'm wondering if you've got, you're planning on getting the 911 too, or if you've got it. You still think it is? Which one, Alex? All right. So I don't know what we're building here, but I'm stoked again because I saw another printed piece here. We've got a license plate. Again, we're getting to the end of the build, I think. So we've got the license plate element there. And I hope for dear life that my camera hangs on, because that would not be fun to do. Have to wait to do a part 3. I might even charge the battery up a bit just to finish it out. Okay, so yeah, we're still building part of the motor, and we're really getting there. Yeah, so just another PSA. If my camera runs out of battery, like it almost did yesterday, I apologize, but I will keep uploading and keep this going until it's finished. Okay, so we've got another cylindrical piece going here. That I've got to put on it. Okay, this motor is shaping up to be something pretty cool. Okay, now I've got to get some of these pieces. Oh yeah, the F40. Yeah, sorry about that, man. I didn't. The it's a great set. It's classic. They chose the right color for it. The one thing I was saying earlier, the one thing I wish they had done with this that they did with this was the decals. I had trouble with this one, so I've got a little bit of a peel mark, really tiny, but it always bothered me. But this is definitely classic, and I was lucky to not knowing about resale and everything back then with Lego. It was just something where I walked by Lego one day, saw that they made cars, real life cars like the F40, and I bought it at the store, and it kickstarted my kind of foray back into Lego. So I appreciate that car a lot, and that earlier comment for reminding me of that. Yeah, but I totally agree with you, Alex. That's it's classic, the F40 in terms of Lego, let alone real life. Okay, so we did a cool little hose connection here. Um, yeah, little angles going in here, which is pretty cool. It's not all symmetric, which I like. We've got a hose which on the picture looked like the intake. There's a giant fan on the air cooled motor from these old school 911s. If I had known how to share screen, I would have done it. But I used to go, pre-COVID times. I used to go to a thing called Cars and Coffee that we had out here, and this one dude would bring a sick, same generation 911 that he fixed up pretty nicely, and he'd always open the back, and you'd see that gigantic fan in the back. Um, it's pretty cool. All right. So what are we building now? I don't know. I can't see the next page going ahead. So we're gonna do it and see what it comes out to be. Oh, it's more. I think we're building the vents that come in from the gigantic spoiler. All right. I think that's what we're doing. Yeah, that is what we're doing. Okay, so now we've got that. We need a 1x4. And all these pieces are black, so I'm having a hard time picking the details out from them to pick them out. So I hope I got everything here. So apparently, yeah, that giant spoiler on the turbo diverts air into the motor. I thought it was just used for downforce, but apparently we get air into the motor with that thing, which is pretty wicked. Yeah, I'm kind of shaping up, looking forward to seeing how this is going to shape up, because it's going to be interesting. Seeing that gigantic wing in place, slapping the roof on. And I lied. This is not. Well, it's kind of an intake element, but not the one attached to the exterior of the car. If I have my bearings sort of right, this is going to go here. And I think we've got it, folks. I think we've got the engine bay complete. We've got kind of what I would assume to be, the intake box, because the vents are right on top of that. Really, really good detail going on here. And the camera is not getting out of focus because I'm on cheapo technology here. But yeah, that's that. All of that packed into the engine bay and all behind the rear axle, like a true rear engine 911 should be. So good scaling and good detail on Lego's part. And I'm sure that well, actually, I don't know. They didn't mention it about this one, but I'm wondering how much consultation, if any, was done with Porsche on this car. I know they did a lot, because they hyped it and they showed it a lot in the media. I know they did a lot of collaboration with Porsche on the 911 GT3 Technic. But with this particular piece, I don't know. They've got a lot of the Porsche marketing material in here, so I assume that Porsche probably had their say and blessing on the final model, or at least some input. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine they would have just let Lego design this whole thing with, without updating them every once in a while at least. We've got another tidbit of information here on the instruction page. Since day one, the 911 Turbo has been positioned as a sports car that's also suitable to day-to-day driving. Yep, that is basically, if you look up the dictionary for Porsche, Porsche 911, that's probably the definition you're going to get of a Porsche 911. And I screwed up because I realized I just know this from seeing the pictures of it. I'm supposed to have a printed piece back here, that slope on the back. So I missed that printed piece for the back window. So we're going to switch that out. I'm not quite spazzing out about this piece. It's cool, but it's not as cool as the big Porsche red light strip logo. So we've got, this little printed element back here, that slope on the rear window. And we're going to go ahead and connect it. Bam. Let's get this piece in. Okay, so yeah, we've got the rear. It's almost looking like a Targa now, for real. Yeah, because you've even got a little bit of black bar here. So we got to kind of see Targa here. I'm going to enjoy this real quick. Okay, yeah. So we've got a cool printed piece to bring out the slope back here. And I assume we're going to do that again. Oh, you got the Targa yesterday. Cool. So I guess you built it already? You built your Targa version? I think I've got to do this again. All right. Yeah, got to do it again for the other side. Okay. Yeah, it's a fun build, man. Like yeah, fairly different. Well, it has some different aspects than the other ones that I built in Creator for sure. The steering was okay, not yet. Yeah, it's a fun build. Yeah, the steering is really cool. It's a bit tedious to put together, being that it's a Technic, but I really appreciate that the steering is there. Here you go. And this this would maybe almost kind of resemble a Targa a little bit. So I know Saturday can't come soon enough. I know. I hate that feeling. I feel you, Greg. Like I hate that waiting feeling, especially the day of. And I don't know about you, but depending on what shipping company it is, I kind of sometimes have an idea on when they're going to come there. So I'm kind of waiting when that hour comes, and it's worse when they don't come on the dot like they usually do. So I hate that waiting feeling. But good thing is you'll have that to look forward to. When I finish this, I will be a little bit sad that it's done, but I'll still be happy knowing that I can change it to a Targa and just enjoy it in general. Definitely going to put this up front and center as soon as this is done. Looking for some angled pieces here. Okay. Yeah, and again, I do got to apologize ahead of time in case my camera goes out. Which I hope is not the case. I did close the screen on it this time. So I hope that ekes me out a couple more minutes of battery life. I'd be real happy about that. Okay. Hey, but that's not Saturday's not a bad turnaround time. Being that they shipped it out today, not too bad. Yeah, they'll get it to you. Oh, FedEx, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. 2 days, not bad at all. All right, we're putting the roof element on here, and it's going in a somewhat of an awkward. Oh, you know what? So we're gonna connect. Am I building a Targa? All right, wait, hold on. Okay, no, okay, okay. This piece snaps onto the chassis, which I forgot we put down there a long time ago. It's not a normal brick connection; it's a snap connection. So we're gonna put that down there. Snap that in. Okay, I know I picked turbo, but it's got like that black bar kind of forming here. So I hope it's the turbo. No, it's got to be a turbo because we did the turbo bits here. So this whole time we're like, we're going turbo, guys. We're going turbo. Ends up building a Targa. That would be actually a cool surprise, though. If that's how it, that's how it ends up. That'd be a cool twist of events, and I wouldn't be. Shoot, I'd be happy with that. I'd leave it like that for a while and then change it up later. All right. I think we're cruising quickly here, guys. We're doing the roof. Imagine the roof is going to be done soon. Specifically, right now, we're doing the rear window. All right, it's a very simple squared up piece, not even slant or slope to it. Simple white brick on top. Yeah, man, so many sets. Got to get the Aston Martin now. I don't know why, but just building this today makes me want to try the Aston Martin, even if it does have all that kind of crazy gadgetry with the James Bond stuff. I think I got to try that out now. And you know what, Greg? I forgot. I was thinking about the. I was going to see if someone had done a build of a DeLorean. So I need to check that out. Maybe tonight after this. Okay, so this piece connects with 2 snaps at the bottom, standard brick connection at the top. I'm not going to have any drama here, but it's sturdy. This window piece has got 4 connection points that are pretty strong. We're going to build 2 slopes. Easy to cover up the... So when you guys see me doing these flat pieces, you might notice that I'm looking at either end of them before I put them on. And I have this nitpicky thing where I don't like the little plastic molding mark or whatever to show. So I like to hide that if I can. So I look for that little dot and I put that in I hide that part whenever I can. I don't know why, guys, but I just do it. It's not like something that you can really even see, but oh no, fender came off, fender bender. Easy fix. All right, so we've got the We've tied in the rear window to the chassis here. It's kind of, everything's kind of getting more connected and sturdy in the back. We might be building a Targa for all I know at this point. I mean, here we go. That's almost your Targa profile there. I hope I picked the right page. But again, now we're doing a gigantic rear wing, so I think we're still on the right track. But this is a cool, a little bit of a Targa look right there. You know what? I'm excited to see the gigantic wheel arches on the turbo. I think that was one of my the gigantic wing, which I'm not usually about the souped up, too much of the souped up thing, all the time. But being that this is an all stock car and it came like that from the factory, that is what I'm excited about. So yeah, that being said, I can't wait to see the gigantic spoiler and the giant wheel arches on the rear wheels here. And I'm surprised I'm still recording here, guys. Kind of moving, might be moving a little frantically here now. What's going on? Now that I know that my camera may or may not die soon. I did something a little different this time, so we'll see if it lasts longer. Okay. Yeah. We're getting to the finish line, though. I can see it. I can totally see it. Do this. Do this. All right. Yeah, we're building the wing here, man. We're building the wing here pretty fast. Or wing. It's not a wing, it's a spoiler. The 911 doesn't fly. I checked. I looked it up. It does not fly. It is not a wing. It's a spoiler. And speaking of which, I don't even know if would a 911 turbo now come with a giant wing, or do you have to go with like a GT, like a GT3 to get something like that these days? Not quite sure. But they definitely went all out back in the day. I'll tell you that. This car looks wicked. I mean, they had the black wheels back then, as tiny as they were. They were digging the black wheel look back then. And that trend, GT3. Oh, he's got the turbo. Nice. Is build hard? No, the build's not too hard. It's definitely got a lot of different techniques from other builds. Of course, everyone's unique, but no, I wouldn't say it's hard compared to the other cars. If you've done an F40, you'll be okay with this. I will say there are some interesting parts. There was one part where you're building like half of a bumper upside down and another part of the bumper's right side up, and they match together somehow. And after you put them together, you're kind of building in that bumper with half of it right side up and half of it upside down, and you're still continuing to build in it. That was pretty cool. But no, not hard. The hardest part, if there is one, is not even that. It's actually not even the bumper. It's probably in the technical pieces that you need to do the steering. But yeah, totally fine. And it's just one small component of the car. So it's one and done, but it's still a fun build though. Don't get me wrong. You'll have fun doing it. All right. And we're putting together these kind of last pieces here. Yeah, so you're gonna have a blast, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, this spoilers coming together sweet. The by the way, someone's dad's got the Porsche Turbo in real life. Do you know what generation it is? Is it the 997, the current generation, or another generation? And I'm not saying the nine. I know the 997 is not the current now, but I meant, does he have? Do you know what generation he has by any chance? Because I was actually interested. I was talking about this earlier. It probably won't be a turbo, but the next one that I get may be a P car. But again, with COVID, I haven't been driving as much. I've kind of got two cars just sitting in the garage, only going to get groceries and maybe go to the office once in a blue moon. But I haven't had haven't been having as much fun with them. As much fun driving as I used to. Really, I've just been staying home a lot more. Oh no way! The 1979 Porsche 930. Oh, that's pretty sick, Ethan. It's a very true classic right there. So I think this one is gonna. I don't remember if you said, and I'm sorry I didn't see. Yeah, hi Ethan. Thanks for chiming in too, Ethan. I appreciate it. I missed your earlier message there, but thanks for chiming in and logging in. Oh man, yeah. So this model is probably going to be close to you guys then, because this is kind of around that time frame. If not the time frame that your dad's Porsche Turbo is in. So that's pretty cool, and I hope he enjoys it and keeps it. Takes care of it, and but I hope he's driving it. Is what I'm trying to say. I hope he's getting to be able to use it, and you guys are enjoying it, even though it's a classic. Get it out of the garage and run it every once in a while. That's really cool. So yeah, you've built the Bugatti. Your mom bought the set for you, and it's yeah, you have every right to be excited. It's a good set to build. It's fun. It's a fun set. Oh man, here we go, guys. Found another printed piece. And this is the turbo. Oh, there you go, Ethan. Here's the turbo badge. Printed turbo badge. Again, all the pieces here are printed, which is really, really awesome. It's great to have that. So we've got the turbo badging here, which is cool. When you go with the turbo build, you'll get the turbo designation on the back here with this direction if you choose to do so. I don't know if the Targa has, maybe the Targa has a 911 on the back of it. Maybe someone will know that. It would be cool if the Targa had some 911, but again, it would only have it if the real car had it, right? So that's one thing I'm interested to know. How was you built the Bugatti Porsche GT3? I did the GT3. I did the Land Rover. And I actually yeah, I had I had the Land Rover. I did it, and I got to be honest with you guys. I brought it back. The reason I brought it back is because I missed a piece here, but the GT3 Porsche was also kind of retiring at that time. And I was kicking myself for not getting the GT3 Technic and getting the Land Rover when the Land Rover just came out, because I could get the Land Rover anytime while it's out at that point. Okay, here we go, guys. We're so I did bring the Land Rover back, but I will probably get it again. I feel bad for doing that, but I do. I do buy quite a few sets, so that is part of their policy that you can do that. So I took advantage of it that one time so that I could get the GT3 before it retired, and I'm glad I did, because the GT3 on eBay or something right now is not what it was at the store. So I am glad I did that. Um, okay, yeah. So apparently, from Ethan, the Targa build, instead of the turbo badging in the back, does have the Targa designation. So that's cool that you still get some a piece of detail there to match the Targa instead of a blank slate. So that's pretty cool. And your dad did interior and speakers. Yeah, not a bad choice to freshen up the interior and speakers. Not bad at all. But all right. Oh, I kind of just did it, but we just closed off the engine bay here, guys. Question is, why is it? Oh, here you go. It did close, and now that we have it, this is looking pretty sweet, if I must say so. Um, yeah, we've got some good stuff going back here. That oh man, yeah, that's looking good. That gigantic wing with the intake vents that also lead to the giant intake here. That's really cool. It's a really hefty back end, if I must say, and that is really, oh, here you go. That's really cool. Um, it's looking good, and we're gonna get some thick rear wheel arches back here going because it's the Targa, and that's gonna beef up that rear 3/4 end really good. So I'm gonna keep going at speed here because I don't want to cut off on you guys. Camera and all that mess. So okay, what's going on now? So now we're doing, yeah, we're just finishing off the roof, and I think this is going to come together pretty quickly going forward. By the way, I'm wondering if you're still on. Oh, the 2009 turbo non-PDK. And it's funny because when I was mentioning my next car might be a P car, I am looking at the 997 Porsche, which is the 2009 is that generation. So yeah, I am looking at, yeah, not a turbo, maybe an S. And I'd like a manual. I could do the PDK. But I currently have two cars right now that, not my wife's, but mine are both DSG, the dual clutch transmission cars. So I'd like to try maybe a manual for, if it's a weekend car. So I might go the manual if I do end up, in a secondhand Porsche. Yeah, but it's not going to be anything crazy like a turbo or GT3 or anything like that. That's out of my league, I'll be honest. Yeah, but a nice secondhand Porsche 997, 2009, just about something like that, is exactly something I was looking at. So we'll see what happens, but it's a very good. Yeah, I don't know which one I would trade in for that, though. To be honest, I'm kind of growing fond of my hoopty fleet anyway right now, but yeah, the PDK though transmission is good, and again, I have very good experience with the Volkswagen Audi group automatic transmissions in terms of driving and owning them. So I know that the PDK is a really really quick shifting transmission. I don't know. I'm wondering if it's going to shift a little smoother or worse than than the DSGs that I have, but or really not smoothness, but the crispness is what I would really want in the quickness. But it might be time to try out a manual, being that they're going to go extinct at some point. Yeah, Ethan, man, I was ranting about the yesterday about the welcome, the Porsche owners pack or whatever, and they did cancel it. And I was actually looking a couple days before release. Yeah, I was looking a couple days before release that I went to the store and I called the customer service. I'm like, hey, what's going on? How am I gonna, how can I get this? Make sure I get this pack. When do I gotta order it and whatever? And that's when they told me this was about 2 days before the release. That they only told me the U.S. The U.S. it wasn't going to be available, and this was both on the phone and at the store. And then I kind of uh, put it out on Eurobricks. It was my first post on Eurobricks, ironically, just to say, hey guys, some people were asking and there's no response yet. So I just talked with some Lego people, and they told me that they're not coming to America. And then I had noticed that an online article came out just before that that said that they're not coming out for all of North America. So anyway, yeah, long story short, I'm bummed about it too. I saw people doing reviews on just that piece today. People in Europe that were able to get them, and I'm happy they got them again. But I'm still bummed for us in North America that couldn't get them, and I hope they can, be able to do something about that. Maybe make a couple more for us down the road, or think of something in the future. Oh yeah, nice. He's got a nice little car collection going there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, classics too. That's pretty cool. Yes, canceled it at the last minute, like the Osprey. Oh, you know what? Are you okay? Yeah. So again, I'm relatively new in getting back to Lego, but if I think I'm understanding you correctly, are you talking about the military Osprey? Not the jet, the Osprey, the flying marine transport ship. Because I had seen Lego Ospreys before, like a Lego Osprey set. And I think that was canceled because of the militarization kind of, Lego didn't want to go that route. So I think that's what you're referring to. I mean, I do remember seeing something about that, but this was kind of before my I was kind of getting heavy back into Lego again. But I didn't know they did it last minute like the Osprey, or I didn't know they did the Osprey at the last minute too. But I'm sure that would have been more of a bummer than us losing the owners pack, because that would have looked like a really cool, really cool set to build. Oh man, our time is coming short here, y'all. I really, man, this is my first time doing this, and I'm really glad to have you guys on. And this is definitely my most memorable. I really appreciate my most memorable Lego building experience so far. Just to be able to have a couple people hop in and out and say hi and check this cool build out, this cool Lego set out with me. Really appreciate it. And I'll definitely check out your channel too. You know, yeah, you got some car reviews on there. I'll definitely check that out. I did want to do some some car content of my own. Before I move on from the ones I currently have in the garage, if I ever do. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, appreciate it. I'll look you up. Yeah, Greg. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what I thought you meant. Military plane. And yeah, and it's weird. I think I just saw it on some kind of. I wasn't really watching it, but I just one of the things YouTube was playing in the background, and it just Osprey plane never came out kind of thing. I never thought much about it, but yeah. So I didn't know that was a whole big thing, and I don't know if you're looking for that, but that would have been a real bummer. For them to cancel that if you were waiting for that. So I cannot complain about this little owner's pack, even though I am, because I really would have liked to have it next to this Porsche. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I would have liked to have it on display next to the Porsche, but it's okay. Um, the real bummer is, yeah, on eBay, they're going like just for the owner's pack, not even for the whole set, but people are just selling the owner's pack for over $100, which is ridiculous. Really at the end of the day, it's just a bit of paper and a little wallet. It's not worth $100, guys. But people are gonna buy it regardless. And yeah, that's just the way it's gonna be. So it's okay. It's too bad we missed out, but maybe who knows? There might be a slight hope that we get it sometime in the future. Oh boy, I hope I don't mess this up. Okay, we're putting a piece out here. Okay, some nice detailed trim pieces here around the rear. Oh, you know what? This detail is going. We're starting to build the extended wheel arches here. That's why they're sticking out so much. These two pieces right here. We're gonna build a thick rear arch on top of that, a wheel arch on top of that. All right, all right. I dig it. Let's do the other side. Man, let's hear it for the DSLR battery, man. I'm running a DSLR which should be chewing through that battery, and just me saying this is gonna jinx it and ruin the whole thing. But gotta give a hand for it staying this long. And now that I said that, I just jinxed this whole operation. So sorry, guys, if this. I'm still on. Sorry if it comes off. But yeah, I'm gonna get a better camera for this sort of thing, or get a power pack, so I'm not stressing about battery. Because Lego build, thought I'd go fast. Nah, but no, I'm not going fast. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not at that level. So I do like to stop along the way. So I'll get a better setup next time for y'all. Okay, we're gonna put this same way back here. Yeah, we've got to do the. Oh, Alex, sorry, man, I didn't see all your Oh, he's got it. Yeah, the UK turbo. But you said something about the. Oh, you called. Okay, Lego. You called. Okay, Alex is saying he called Lego today. Man, good of you, man. And talked to them, and he said they might do it in March. That's really cool, but man, I just bought this. But hey, that's cool. It's better than nothing. I wonder if they mentioned Alex. I don't know if they said they're going to offer double points in March, just in general. I don't know if they mentioned anything about that to you at all. But hey, if they might do it in March, that is cool. And it probably would give me that excuse, like I was telling Greg earlier, to get another one and just build out one version of each. Oh, guys, we're doing the wheel arches, and I'm like just skipping steps here. Maybe not. I'm just breezing through steps because I know we're doing the wheel arches, and I right. I can see them, so I'm just throwing them on here as I see. So I hope there are not intermediary pieces along the way that I was supposed to put in, but this might be it. Ethan said, "Peace out. I'll see you. Bye." And then he said, "Hey, I'm back." So welcome back, man. And again, thank you, Alex, for calling Lego Group. That's really awesome. Awesome news. Even though it didn't come out now for the VIP purchase, which was kind of what we thought would be part of our perks. Even though we're nobody special. We just thought it would be one of the perks. But thanks for checking that out. And I'd be glad if they did do it. It's better late than never. And I still probably would cash in to maybe buy another set and do a permanent turbo and permanent Targa, and show the certificate with it. It sure beats buying it for over $100 on eBay. But hey, guys, look, we're here. We're here. We've got to the end, and thank gracious, man, this camera has not cut out. So I hope. All right, you know what? In case it does, I'm gonna slap the wheels on real quick just so you can see it. Oh, we got to do this. Okay, come on now. There we go. I'm gonna slap the fronts on, and then I'll work on the other side just so we can at least get a glimpse of it. And hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all for Ethan. What time is it at my place? Currently 9:08. So you are on the West Coast, sir. I am on the East Coast, and it is 12:11 here. 9. Let me see. 9, is that all the way in the West Coast? I think it's West 3 hours behind us. I think y'all are. So I'm gonna gamble West Coast for you, Ethan. Alex, hey, I appreciate any tips and tricks you may have. Yeah, like it's more of kind of something I'm doing for fun, and if people want to hang out and chime in and subscribe or whatever along the way, that would be great. If not, I totally understand, and but I'll still have fun along the way. But yeah, any pointers you got are much appreciated. What's cool about this part, is that we've got wheel caps on too. So you push the wheels all the way in, and you've got the little wheel caps that go on top, primarily to block the stud that's coming through it, or the element that's coming through. So yeah, you've got the little wheel caps here. Good bit of detail to kind of secure the wheels and finish it off. And man, we made it to the end. This is it. The last thing to do is gonna make it our own here. And oh man, you know what? I've only got one yellow tag here, and I kind of wanted to go with the creator tag and go with the white and yellow look, but I only got the one tag for the yellow, and there might be a front and I'm missing it, but yeah, all that came in and out. I really appreciate it. There's more to come. I'll check you guys out too for sure, and we'll see more of this thing. I'm going to turn it into a Targa